to know that there's been a lot of great teams. There's been a lot of great teams that come and go, and they all break up and go their own way and stuff like that. And it's the bullshit that goes into it, the bullshit that happens, and the pettiness that goes into what happens with a team when it gets too big. And I think as long as we avoid the pitfalls and we don't get caught up in the bullshit, and we communicate with each other, then we'll have a great future together.
That's the great thing about being a Blackzilian, being here and part of this team. This team is, it's like a family. It's not just, separate guys and they just come in, get their work and leave. It's like a family. If I ever need anything from any one of the guys in the gym, I can walk up and say, hey, guy, I need this, I need help with this. Any one of them would take time to actually work that with me. The main difference in this gym than any other gym, I believe, is just, the structure. You want to make sure you're well rested on Sunday, because Mondays is hard sparring. So we come in on Mondays, and our coaches want to make sure that, from the week we get started going, and set the tempo for how the week's going to turn out, and then we'll do some hard rounds of MMA sparring, with takedowns and ground and pound and things like that. Like I mentioned, we have practice at 10:30 in the mornings. And then we'll, get done. We come home, me and Rashad, we like to, kind of take a little break, maybe get a nap in, get some food, and then we're back at the gym, at 6:30. Boom, 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1, up. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, right away. 10 seconds. Shot. Keep it up, Tyrone. Keep it up. I think one of the greatest coaches out there ever, is Tom Brand. Tom and Terry Brand. And the philosophy is, nothing in this world, nothing is given to you. Nothing. You have to earn everything. So you want a break, you gotta earn the break, You work hard, you enjoy your break. You want an ice cream bar, you work hard, so you get the ice cream bar for the reward after,
No water.
What?
Next rep.
Damn, bro. Really? I'd be like that?
It reminds me of Jackson's back in the day. It was really about just making sure that we were there for each other. And slowly and surely, people started coming around. People started to take notice, and people started to come and train with me and train with everybody else. And before too long, things just grew to where it's at. It's been one of the biggest blessings that I have been a part of, by coming here and just being able to experience what our team has grown and become one of the best teams in the world.
Coaches here are tremendous. We have a tremendous amount of coaches who actually put the time in to help us, get better.
Henry Hoof, he came in from Holland. He came in from Tyrone.
Henry is he's old school, is what anyone would say. He's old school, very traditional. He does things by the book, and he wants to make sure you learn all the basics.
Henry's one of those guys who's straightforward, and he doesn't sugarcoat nothing.
My name is Henry Hooft. I'm the head stand-up coach of the Blackzilians in Boca Raton, Florida. The guy who brought me over here, Glenn Robertson, I think he's doing a very good job. A difficult job. Working with fighters is very difficult. I'm a stand-up coach, so I have a lot of space to make people better. I think in America, the stand-up, especially the kickboxing part, can grow a lot. So I have a lot of space, I have a lot of time, I have a lot of close contact with the fighters. Well, I've been working here now for a year, and I see we went from like 4 or 5 knockouts to like 19 in a year. And we win like 95% of our fights are going to end up stand-up. Like Rashad is fighting good now, better stand-up than he did before. We have Anthony Johnson knocking people out, Thiago. Nice fighters to look at, you know? Not like laying on the floor for 20 minutes just holding somebody down. That's not what we do. We try to knock people out. I'm not at the cage just to be nice and to have a shirt and be on television. I don't care about television. Glenn Robinson puts a lot of time, effort and money in these guys, so they have to show up. I want to leave something behind. When I'm gone, that they say, hey, this is the Dutch style, this is Henry Hooft, this is his style. Kick, punch, I want to see that. If I see that, then I'm a happy guy.
Tu vai lutar mesmo, kickboxing?
Vou, fechou, eu tenho adversário pra cá.
Quem é o Malacabaco?
Cara, ele nunca lutou Muay Thai não. 0 do MMA.
George Santiago, he's still currently a fighter, but he's a hell of a coach too. A good coach because he's still a competitor still. You know, when you're still a competitor and you're still a coach, you understand what it's like, so you're not too unrealistic with some of the shit you tell the guys to do.
No, I'm not the older one, but they look at me like the older brother, you know? I'm the guy who always here in the gym, looking for the new guys, looking up for the old guys, and it's always like this. We start doing, you're a kickboxer, you up here, you gotta train jiu-jitsu to bring your game from here to here, your kickbox comes down here. You gotta balance everything, you know. Back the day I was a little kid and I compete one time, I think I was 11 years old, and I throw up, so nervous. The crowd, everybody look at me, my parents, I'm like, and I started losing the fear, and one day I didn't throw up and I win the fight. Then I'm like, fuck yeah, I wanna do this, you know. I did it, you know. Let me get used, let me do more. Everybody says, no, this is just having fun. No, it's not fucking fun. Everybody knows. We all nervous until we get there. Back there in the dressing room, we are like, man, I shouldn't have been doing this. You know, I want to go home. I want to drink beer. I want to watch TV. But once you get inside the cage, you know what? I want to fight. I'm a fighter. That's something you have inside yourself, or you don't. You know. Right now, there's a lot of good gyms out there, but they'll look at us like a baby crawling, but with a huge potential, you know. I just want this gym get the respect. We are here for real, you know. I think 2013, we're gonna get it.
I come from Holland, where it's very cold. Now we're here in Florida. I mean, it's very nice weather. I mean, I love the beach.
The weather, you know, the beach is ridiculous. I come from the Midwest, so around this time of the year it's snowing and you got to deal with ice storms.
It's a fun place. Who doesn't want to go to South Beach, stay here, go to the beach, come back, train? It helps definitely.
I got an invitation from my friend Alistair Overeem because he came here, and also Glenn Robinson, he showed interest in having me here. When I came here, I trained a little bit and I saw the positive. I knew a lot of guys here already. I saw the positive energy, the team spirit. It was like it was friendship. I love these kind of places where people are friends and they help each other and they're there for each other. That's what actually caught my attention, the positive energy in the team. And you don't want to be somewhere where there's negative energy. It sucks the life out of you. You don't want to train there. So that's what actually motivated me to stay here in Florida at Blackzilians, and of course the nice weather. I have a lot of sparring partners, a lot more, different styles. All the guys that I train with, they're in the UFC, they're good. Everybody brings something to the table. Every fighter is special. Every fighter has a specific style, and you train with these guys every day. That makes you a better, a completer, much more focused fighter.
I think we are in a good way, but again, a new team. We just started 1.5 years, and it goes with ups and downs. But if you can keep having faith in your own system and working, you can be very successful.
Sit slow, sit slow, sit slow. There we go, control it, there we go. We got 10, 20-yard sprints. And we're cold chilling, you thirsty dude.
I'm a believer in laws of attraction, you know. We've been having people come in with the same kind of vibe, same kind of energy that the original people had. It just happens like that. Some people stay and some people don't stay. But the people that do stay have been amazing. you know. And then even with all the talent that we have coming in, you got to check your ego at the door. That's like the first and foremost thing. There's no one above the crew. You know, there's no, oh, I'm Rashad Evans or, you know, Alistair Overeem or Tyrone Spong or, you know, Vitor Belfort or Anthony Johnson. No, none of these big names. When you come into the gym, when you train, we train. You know, if you don't check your ego at the door, then there's definitely problems.
You don't want to see me fight. You don't want to see you want to see me get hurt. No, honestly, I feel.
Hey, take that back. No, take that back.
I'll be feeling something. I'm feeling something.
Go get a stretch, get a massage or something.
Yeah, I feel something in my.
But take that back though. Take that back. What you said? Take that back, man. I can't believe you said that about me. Take that back. I'm gonna keep asking you. Tell him to take that back.
My leg out. What are you talking about?
Have you ever gone more than 5 minutes?
Yeah, he fought 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, for pride. Yeah. You went the whole 10 minutes?
Je hebt wel eens 10 minuten gevochten. 20 minutes fighting. Break.
No, I'm not to say that everything is, you know, hunky-dory and there's no problems. There's always going to be problems when you bring athletes together. But communication is the key to making sure everybody stays together, making sure that you work through the problems that you do have with each other, because having a problem with somebody is not something that's not going to happen. You know, it's a very human thing. And especially when you're putting yourself in the conditions like we're putting ourselves in, meaning that we're training and beating the hell out of each other. And when you break physically, second thing to break is you break mentally first. So people start to be bitchy and complain and stuff like that a lot.
Tyrone Spong. That's Tyrone Spong. That's a 9-time world champion. If you talk about fighters, I think he's the most talented fighter there is. That's why Rashad brought him over here. He's only 27 years old. He has 108 fights with only 5 losses. And he's a 9-time world champion from 17 years old. His nickname is not for nothing King of the Ring. Everybody talks about the guy.
I learned a lot from Tyrone. Tyrone is one of my best training partners. You know, he's taught me a lot about stand-up. He's taught me a lot about, you know, fighting in general. You know, Tyrone has, you know, like over 120 something fights.
As a matter of fact, Phil, he doesn't kick me as hard. He kicks the big guys. I think he takes it off, but still, him going half speed is like a lot of guys full speed, so it's not enjoyable.
He fought with Alistair Overeem and he had a 45 pounds weight difference in Japan. Of course, we know Alistair from Holland. Yeah, one of the last couple of years, one of the greatest fighters, I think. Of course, he's very strong guy, but people forget he is technically also very good.
I watched the fight and, you know, Tyrone got the better of him the first round. As the fight wore on, you know, Alistair's just, you know, very powerful, you know, and big, and just, you know, kind of outlasted him. Alistair's just, he's a different monster. He's huge. If you're not a great size heavyweight, you know, it's tough to be able to spar with a guy who's 6'5", all 265.
Here again, he throws it up again, but Rashad with a kick that was caught too, Joe. Big punches by Rashad. He's out! And it is all over! Rashad Evans is the new UFC light heavyweight champion!
When you're in the fight, your body's just gonna do what it do. It's just gonna do it automatically because you train for it, you know? The purpose of training is to make it so that when you fight, it becomes just a reaction. That's why we do drills over and over again, so it just becomes a reaction. So once you start to actually fight, your body and your condition and everything else like that will just completely take over.
I didn't know what to expect that first time, but all I knew is I was very nervous, and of course you have to have the nerves to kind of keep you on your toes to get in there. You know, being from, you know, been in hundreds of wrestling matches to where you're on the mat, you're strapped up, you know, you get there, shake hands, and you're ready to go. And once the door, that cage was locked, it was like, this is a fight. I don't have shin guards, I don't have shin pads, I don't have 14, 16-ounce gloves or headgear on anymore. You know, this guy is in here to fight. just using some of the tools that I've learned from, you know, guys like Rashad. Just, you know, I felt comfortable in that. You know,
I have to start losing to win the fight. Every time I start losing the fight, at the beginning of the fight I'm losing, I'm gonna have a big win in the end. I get one, like, fuck it. Okay, now I have to give it back and finish the shit.
You got to deal with, you know, weight cut, and some guys, you know, miss fights, or their guy backs out of fights, and, you know, this guy can't make weight, or, you know, small injuries that nag you. It's just so much with being a fighter, man. It's ridiculous. You know, everybody sees aftermath of us training. You know, they see us fighting in for 15 minutes or less or something like that, and they don't realize like the grind that you have to be in here, you know, 2 or 3 times a day, and, you know, just killing yourself. You know, they don't see that, so, you know, it's a lot to deal with.
You know, some of the goals in the gym that I have is just to make sure that we keep rising, you know, as a team. And I'm talking about, you know, fight-wise as well, but personally as well in each of our lives, when I think that those things kind of go hand in hand. As long as we keep rising together as a team, we will continue to achieve the goals that we want to achieve.
I mean, the perfect gym is our Blackzilians gym. Why? Because you train with American wrestlers, Brazilian grapplers, and Dutch strikers. What else could you wish as an MMA fighter? It's perfect. So all these guys are specialists on the ground. So a mix of these people in one gym is a perfect recipe for an MMA fighter. That's what makes Blackzilians such a great team.
it's either I stop him or he's gonna stop me.
This is Alistair's territory. This is where Alistair's dangerous. Spong's on rubber legs. Here comes the ring. Standing count.
I did get nervous a little bit. I got nervous when a cop time. I always get nervous. I don't like.
He's got that big
900
Bugatti,
square foot.
That big 2-pound dog Bugatti. It's like a furry rat, and he bought it for his girlfriend. But she never
blast like that
she never takes the dog, so he always has to babysit it.
What we do for fun, we usually, you know, at Glenn's house. Glenn is the manager of the team, but Glenn is like the other head coach, you know. Glenn, he always has these great parties at his house. You know, we have usually like a fight night. You know, there's always usually somebody fighting, so we'll come together at least 2 or 3 times a month, and we'll watch a fight at Glenn's house. And it's pretty good. Like, you just all go to live and just hang out and just party together. So we do a little bit of everything together, but we always make sure that we stay close to each other.